This is Dan Smichko from Cutting Edge Bullets. Here to talk about our setup for the King of 2 Mile match, which is coming up next week. The King of 2 Mile is a match we participate in every year. We generally do pretty decent, and it's engaging targets from around 1,500 yards out to hopefully 2 miles. We have 4 different rifles we're going to be talking about. Of course, there's 2 on our team, me and Dervin Wick, and we'll be picking 2 of them to shoot. One of them for sure will be the first rifle we're going to talk about, and that's the 416 Barrett. The 416 Barrett has been our rifle of choice for the King of 2 Mile event for the last 2 years. We only have one of them, so one of us will be shooting that rifle, and we'll probably have 2 of them for next year, but we'll have to see about that. The scope that's on this particular rifle is a Leopold, and on that scope, and every scope we own has a scope level on it made by Flatline Ops. One of the finest scope levels you'll ever find. It's fully adjustable. You can lock it on and you can adjust it with 2 little screws on it, which makes it a lot easier than trying to slide the level on the scope tube, to get it level and matching your crosshairs. This is a stone stock Barrett M99 rifle, like I said, chambered in 416. The only difference is we put our own bipod on it. That's a Phoenix bipod. You have to have a wide stance bipod for this event to make your rifle a lot more stable. And on the rear, we also added a rear bag riding device that is much better than a monopod, and of course there's no stock like a regular stock, to ride a bag. So you have to do something to ride a bag to keep from getting vertical in shots. We use a 472 grain bullet, going at 3,160 feet per second. Superb accuracy. We have no problem with a quarter MOA accuracy with this bullet and rifle combination. Behind that, we are using Reloader 50 powder, and we use either CCI or RWS primers. Along with the rifles, a good rifle, you have to have a good source of telling you what your drop and wind drift is. We use a Kestrel meter with the Applied Ballistics program in it. The Applied Ballistics program has proven to be very good, very accurate. When we want to know what our dope is for elevation at 2,400 yards, it is proven to be right on the money. Wind, of course, is the same. So it's almost a must-have device. You have to have something some reliable source of telling you where you need to adjust your scope. The only thing we don't like on the Barrett is it has a mill type scope, which is in millirads, which we'd rather go with MOA. 1 mil is equal to 3.6 MOA, so we're just a lot more used to working with MOAs, but nonetheless the mill system does work, and we have to put this on a tapered base or an adjustable base in order to get enough travel. This particular adjustable base is made by Air Attack. You can lock it down solid, adjust it up to whatever you want. In our case, we have it adjusted to have a 0 that is 10 mils above the crosshairs, which in this model scope, there is hash marks in it, and there is a 10 mil hash mark above the crosshair. So our 0 is actually 10 mils above the crosshair. The next rifle is a custom rifle built by Bear Custom Rifles. It's on a Bear stock as well. He makes his own laminate wood stocks down there, does a really nice job with them. Inletting is second to none. And this is chambered in 375 Big Bear. It's basically a 505 375 improved. Along with that, we have found Peterson brass to be the best brass for this, since it is basically, they call it a 9.5 by 77, and it's just an improved version. But that brass is so good, and the rifle combination, rifle brass combination is so good. We get quarter-minute accuracy fire forming. We will be shooting the match during fire forming this brass. In this rifle, we're also shooting H50 BMG powder by Hodgdon. And most of our rifles, we like to use RCBS dies when possible. They've done really well. Now, this being a custom chambering, we can't use the RCBS, but even for the 416 Barrett, they make good dies for that. And most of our other rifles that are in more common chamberings, we use the RCBS products. It's built on a Lawton Action with a Rock Creek barrel, using a Night Force ATAC R scope. Unbelievably good scope, 7 to 35, has a lot of travel. We have no problem getting enough elevation with that scope to get us out to 2 miles. We might need to drop down in a crosshair. Our taper isn't quite perfect with that base, but that's another whole long story. We're shooting a 377 grain bullet at 3,120 feet per second. We do all our initial load development at 200 yards, and you easily get a quarter-minute accuracy. Also on the Big Bear, it has a Joel trigger on it, which they are great triggers as long as you keep them very clean and take good care of them. But they're hard to beat for sensitivity and adjustability and all that. This rifle, we also utilize our own type of clamshell brake. It's not quite optimum. We're making a larger one for the bigger calibers, but nonetheless it is very effective. Moving on, the next two rifles we have are both chambered the same. One is built on a Stiller Action Rock Creek barrel, and on this one we decided to put a Barrett muzzle brake on it. Very efficient, it works super good, it really cuts the recoil back, and the cartridge is a 375 Mercenary. It holds about 20 grains more capacity than a 375 Chi-Tech, maybe even a little more than that. Again, built on a Manners composite stock, LRT model. Excellent fitting stock. It feels really good when you get in it. Again, flatline ops level. On this rifle, we have a different type of trigger on it. It's a new trigger by Trigger Tech. It's a very good trigger. It's a very good alternative to the Joel triggers, and they don't seem to be near as fussy when it comes to dirt and dust and that kind of thing getting in there. These rifles were set up to shoot our 400 grain bullets. They can shoot anything under that, but generally they were built for 400 grain bullet. They'll push it. They should be able to push that 400 grain bullet up to 3,200 feet per second. We haven't quite been able to achieve that. The brass gets a little bit too much case growth for us at those velocities, so right now we have it shooting down just a little under 3,100 feet per second. The last rifle is again chambered in 375 Mercenary, exactly the same chambering. We have a Night Force scope on this. It is built using a Stiller TAC 408 Action again. This one, is on a Macmillan Beast stock. Very nice stock, and if you look at it, it looks like a beast, so it's named appropriately. The trigger on this one, we're trying a bunch of triggers right now, and this one is a Timney trigger, and I gotta say we're pretty impressed with it. So far, we don't have more than a few hundred rounds on the trigger, but it seems to be holding up very well. It's crisp and clean and fully adjustable, so we're pretty happy with that. One thing I didn't mention on the other rifle, on the Manners, with the Manners stock, is that is a tangent theta scope. Tangent theta, they're made in Canada. It's a top of the line scope, really nice optics. It's lacking the travel that the Night Force ATAC R scope has in it. It has 100 MOAs of travel, but in this particular setup with the 400 grain bullets and the velocity that we should be able to push them at, that tangent theta scope has more than enough travel, and there's about 40 MOAs or 50 MOAs in the reticle. If you run it down at about 16 power, I believe there's 40 in it. Along with good rifles, bullets, and good gunsmithing by Bruce Bear, you have to have, everything come together. Hopefully the shooting gods are with us, but also you have to be able to spot your shots. It's a team effort. The spotter must spot the shots that you're shooting and tell the shooter where to aim. And this particular setup here, we have two sets of Swarovski spotting scopes. You're not supposed to mount these together with adjustable eyepieces on them, but we found it works really well. They're 20 to 60 power. We only use them up to 30 power. You get way too much mirage once you get on the higher powers. But with two of them mounted together, it's about as good as you're going to get as far as optics go. Super clear and very large field of view, and generally out to at least 3,000 yards. If we have a decent background, there's no problem spotting shots. And also, even at, I think we can do it at 2 miles as well, but hopefully we're going to have a spotter downrange to let people know where they're hitting at 2 miles, because it's going to be really hard for people to have any idea where they're hitting at 2 miles. Other than that, I think we are good to go. We're ready to leave. We're pulling out of here in 2 days. Heading to Raton, a 24-hour drive for us. So once we get there, we'll do sight in, and we'll do some practice shooting, and we'll be ready to go for next Tuesday.